If Dad wants to spend time with me so much, then why did he leave? He should have stayed to be with me and Mom.
I'm sorry that your dad left, but remember, Jesus can help you find the strength to forgive him. Do you have trouble forgiving others? If you do, stay tuned to Keys for Kids. A couple of years ago, someone stole my bike right out of the yard. When I found out it was a kid from down the street, I'll admit I was pretty mad. I never saw him or the bike again. I guess he moved to another town. Truthfully, it took me a while to forgive him. It wasn't until I read Ephesians 4:32 that I remembered how important it is to forgive others. It says, "Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other just as in Christ God forgave you." Our story today is called Forgiving Dad. Ben slowly folded a shirt and placed it in his suitcase. "Why can't I stay here with you?" "Because your father wants to spend time with you, Benji," his mother answered. Ben sat on his bed next to the open suitcase. "Then he shouldn't have left us." Mom added some of Ben's socks to the suitcase and then sat down beside him. "It wasn't so long ago that you loved to camp and fish and ride bikes with your dad. He still wants to do those things with you. That's why he's taking 2 weeks off." "I used to like spending time with him when I thought he was a good dad," Ben said. He shoved a wadded pair of jeans into a corner of the suitcase. "Now I know better." Mom sighed. "I understand how angry and hurt you feel," she told him. "But we need to trust God to help us forgive." "Why? Dad hasn't even said he's sorry." "We need to forgive because God forgave us. Remember when you stole money from our change jar last year?" Ben hung his head. He had stolen $20 in quarters so he could buy a video game his parents had refused to buy him, and then he lied about it. "I remember. Your dad and I forgave you because we love you, and we know that people make mistakes. Stealing, lying, and disobeying your parents are all sins against God, but he forgave you too. Jesus took the punishment for our sin when he died on the cross, and because we trust in him, all our wrongs have been forgiven." Mom took the jeans out of the suitcase and refolded them neatly. "And because of the mercy God has shown us, we need to forgive others, no matter how badly they hurt us." "Even if they don't say they're sorry?" Ben asked. "We still need to be willing to forgive them," his mom answered. "I'm sure your dad is very sorry for hurting you, even if he hasn't told you that. Maybe you can talk to him about it during your visit." She gave Ben a hug. "Now, let's finish up this packing. Your dad will be here soon." So how about you? Is there someone you need to forgive? It can be difficult, and there may still be issues you'll have to work through before you can trust that person again, but you can forgive others when they hurt you because God has forgiven you. If you trust in Jesus, he's forgiven you for every wrong thing you've done. So trust him to help you forgive others. Our key verse is found in the New Testament book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 32.
Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you.
And our key thought today, forgive others. I'm glad I could spend some time with you reading the Keys for Kids story. If you like the stories, now you can read them on your own by going to the Keys for Kids app. Just ask one of your grown-ups to search for Keys for Kids on your app store. Sign up for a Keys for Kids Unlimited account, and you can go back in time and find every story from the past. Plus, listen to music made just for you on Keys for Kids Radio, and you'll even be able to discover more stories on demand like Down Gilead Lane and Red Rock Mysteries. Just search your app store for Keys for Kids. I'm Zach, and this is Keys for Kids.